Start with the great name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the most beneficent. How are you guys? I hope you are feeling well and you are enjoying in your life. And I hope you are understand to my all lectures. Now we have to start in today three or two major types of verb. Finite verb and not finite verb. What does it mean in finite verb and not finite verb? We also be know that in a finite verb we have to learn. In a finite verb are those verbs which are always used according to the tenses and subject. Finite verb we can be to use also like a tense or time. A situationally the era of subject. Era of the subject are the verbs. Tenses of the like in a finite verb. That we call it in the tenses of the finite verb. And they are also changed when the tense is changed. It is always be to change in a tenses. When you want to change the tenses, that time that we will be to change. They always have past form of some time. They are used in a main verb in a sometime as helping verb. That time we can be to easily understand. In a main verb, we easily that we have to change always to past tense in a finite verb. In simple word, we can say that a verb that has past form can be used according to the subject called finite verb. अगर हमारे साथ सब्जेक्ट में पास्ट फॉर्म हो और सेंटेंस में अगर वो पास में चली जाए तो हम उसको फाइनाइट वर्ब कहते हैं. We also know that we can be taught we have to the past form according to the subject that we call be to said in a finite word. I want to share extra information noted whenever we want to make a sentence we have to make sure that a sentence must have a lot it lasts on a one finite either in a shape of a helping verb or main verb. In a sentence we have to must be are you are sure you are not confused the sentence have a finite verb in the end of the sentence or middle of the sentence or start of the sentence but must have a finite verb or main verb or helping verb. One verb is important for in a finite verb. Okay guys, in a sentence can be made in a case in there is no any finite verb. ऐसे केस हमारे सेंटेंस में नहीं आ सकता कि उसमें फाइनाइट वर्ब नहीं हो. Okay, we have know that we can be to know that about any sentence without in a finite verb. We couldn't to see a sentence without in a finite verb. Examples. Look at the examples. Roxana and Sana play football very well. In beach of the sentence or middle of the sentence, we have to see in a play. That is called in a finite word. In a beach of the sentence, because it is a finite word. Salman plays football very well. Salman played football very well. In a played, we have to past form of in a finite word, but the stances was changed. That's the sentence and the time are you are changed. Okay, guys. They, if you are not understand, they have to see in a play, place, and played. In above of the examples, a word play, place, and played are finite word because they are used according to the subject in a tense. They always used in a subject and place for relation about the tenses and subject. In a first sentence, the subject was plural. What? The subject was plural, but therefore the past form of is used in a second sentence. In fact, the form is used because the subject are singular. And third sentence past form is used according to the tense. What? In a singular and a third sentence past we form to be used according to the tense. That is about the relation about the tenses. So the verb in all sentence are used according to their subject and tense. So they are called finite verb. What? Subject and tense. It is according to the sentence. They be all be true. They are the finite verbs. I hope you all easily understand. Now, kind of finite verb. What kind of finite verb? Main verb and helping verb. What's the difference between them? In a main verb, it is a kind of finite verb is used to show action and state. What? In a main verb, they have show or state. That we call this sets is a finite verb. But on a main verb, it is the same time cannot show both action and state. What? Main verb in a one time can be show actions or sometimes into the never time. When a main verb show action, it can never show state, and when it is show state, it can never show action. In a main verb, in a main verb, they have two states. What? They have two state types. But they always show both action are not show for in a one time. If they can show action, but they can be show a state. If they can show state, they can be show actions. When a main verb show action, it can never show the state. When it is show state, that can never show action. It is always the same, but it is have six different function of a verb. What? Noted. So in a six different function of a verb, main verb in a merely responsible for action and state. For other are rest of the function. We use other form of the verb in a simple shape of helping verb of non-finite verb. Ex- Examples: they all teach English. Ilyas broken the door for my house. Teach and broke. What? That is always actions. In a main verb, they have to show actions. They like English. Ilyas has a very good car. It is like and has it is a state. Okay, guys. If you are not understand about action and state, you have to must watch in my previous lecture of in a verb. Okay, guys. Now you have to see kind of main verb. Action verb and static verb but they are a difference between they have to give one difference. Action verb, it is kind of finite verb that is used to show action. Action verb, it is also noted what is action. एक्शन वो होते हैं जो बॉडी अपनी पोजीशन में नहीं होता, जो चीज अपनी पोजीशन में नहीं होता, वो जो घुमाता है, जो होता है ना, वो उसको एक्शन बोलता है. इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ फाइनाइट वर्ब दैट इज यूज्ड टू शो एक्शन. What? That is used to show action. Always action verb they have in a action verb. In a sentence, we know that if you are ordered to the sentence, you know that how what I'm used in my sentence. They are teach English and Ilyas breaking the door for my house. And teach in breaking, it is always action. What? It is always action. But they have some kinds, but we want to teach and learn. Action word is further divided into other subkind. एक्शन वर्ब हमारे साथ डिवाइड तकसीम हो चुका है मुख्तलिफ हिस्सों में. लेकिन but action is always no action. Action is not changed to state. Okay, guys, and state is always not change in our actions. In a Pashto, in a Urdu, we said, "She kam she halat, kam she kam insan che kam yo miss your table chiprut ya pa yo halat pandi kana. A one change ki kana. No age tamungwa you state verb. And action word mung age tawai chi kam physical activity. Okay, guys. Action, we know that that is a physical and a practical activity. And a state verb that is not a physical word, but the thing was in a one positions. What? The thing was one position. And action verb there, the body or things are not in a one position in a one times or other times in a second times. In a n times. All of the times they have action. They have no in a one position. In a state verb, they always have in a one position for in a one times. That is action and state verb. Let's begin. Action verb is further divided into other subkind. Like I taught in my previous lecture, we have transitive verb, phrasal verb, intransitive verb, detective verb, causative verb. If you are not understand about this action, further verbs are divided into subkinds. You must need to watch in my previous lecture. And tomorrow I will be to start, or the next structure I will to start transitive verb and intransitive verb. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, ask me to my comment section and subscribe to my channel. And best of luck, best of wish. Thank you. Have a nice day.